forward to a great day of action here.
Did you drown your sorrows last night? Because your voice sounds like you've just crawled out of bed.
Your job is to set the record straight about the very serious cold I've had all weekend. Nothing to do with the crap stables or the nightlife.
I would do no such thing. So it is Australia and Canada. Australia will be looking to the likes of Clark and Holland here, whilst Canada, they've got Trainer. And give us another key player there, please, Mr. Rees.
Well, that man in front, John Moonlight, he's been at the heart of everything. A few bodies missing from the regular group. Canada, of course, were third at this tournament last year, coached by the now Australian coach, Geraint John. So change of fortunes here and change of coaches.
So overall, they've faced each other plenty of times on the HSBC Sevens World Series. Played 39, Australia have won 35 of those. Canada the 3 with the 1 draw in there. The Aussies will be disappointed being on this side of the draw after getting thumped by New Zealand last night. Good support here for the Canadians. Everyone's starting to stir for the afternoon's action. They might have had themselves a big session on the strip last night, just like Gareth Rees. And there's Canada's results thus far. Mike Adamson will take care of us in this one. And it's set to be a cracker. Good morning to you if you're watching on in Australia. Good afternoon if you're up in Canada. Great to have you with us. Las Vegas has turned it on big time this weekend, this day 3. It's business time between Australia and Canada in the plate semi-final. Tap back, and that's scrappy. So we're going to come back.
Kickoffs were a huge problem for Canada against US. US had 3 tries up on the board before Canada would hit them in the Cup quarterfinals. So Canada not able to gather that. They've knocked on.
So right on to attack will go Australia.
Bind. Set.
There's Holland on the near side. So he'll settle, and then they'll look to open up to the left. And they go through Myers, and here goes Clark. So dangerous! Cameron Clark is crazy fast! And he has Australia's first.
I suppose that answers the question marks about his health. Some concern that he may not have been well overnight. But he simply gassed the Canadian defender. Simple hands. Harry Jones set down, perhaps a little bit too much on his heels, as Clark shows and takes the gap. They've been on the circuit long enough to know that you can't give Clark that kind of space.
Exploded through. He's not being well, has Cameron Clark overnight, hit with a bit of a bug and coming in on limited sleep. And the conversion attempt from out wide is away. So it remains Australia 5, Canada 0. And what's the name of your little doobie whacker there?
That is Captain Green, Canada's moose, who goes with the team. And is that a rat?
How dare you? You get a face full of 5s in a second. It's Wally the Wallaby.
Right now, Wally's up by 5 good ones. Another kickoff drop from Canada.
Here they come again, right back onto attack. Holland goes wide to Falavau, Palm scores. It's all Australia early.
It's almost a complete replay. Fumbled kickoff, possession Australia, missed defensive tackle. Yeah, shoulders turned. Mike Schultz this time not able to get across. And the Fen gets him in the chest. But good finish for Falavau.
So asking some questions down that right side of the Canadians' defence and getting some pay.
Coach Geraint John will be very happy with that start.
Conversion attempt is on its way, and it is.
As we said, this time last year he was at the helm when Canada beat Australia to get into that Cup semi. But he's been down in Australia and doing a good job.
Yeah, very well settled.
Yeah, bronze medal in the Commonwealth Games.
So it's 10-0 Australia over Canada. Geraint John living on Sydney's northern beaches. A good spot to set-up camp, let me tell you. Holland restarts. Canada under the pump massively here in this plate semi-final as Clark is dropped just over halfway, and Canada do nicely here to snap it back, and at long last they're going to work through their phases. Trainer went across to Schultz, and now it is Moonlight.
That's big Adam Zaruba, number 5, getting a start for this one at 6'7" tall.
For to seeing him get some room to move as that pass just beats the support player and runs in a touch.
Sorry, I got my numbers wrong there. That was Zaruba, the 12 jersey. So scrappy again.
So that goes long to Myers, and he'll wind up. He likes the abrasive contact, charges into the defender. And they release Clark. Clark now, that's a really well-delivered pass across to his captain. And Clark repeats and digs it out. Out. Just ghosting across the park and looking for the switch runner. There's the man crashing it. 30 out, Holland. It's up and go. Right off the penalty, and here they come again, Australia. Jinking, jiving, and now just dropped short. It was Foley, and no try. Penalty against Australia.
Not quite sure what the referee's seen here. Maybe one of the Canadians impeded. Playing the ball on the ground. So, Canada's still alive. There's the ruck, tackle's made. Ooh, a knee to the head for, ahead of the ball, playing the defender. Connor Trainer was trying to make a play, cleaned out.
7, sub.
So that's Cameron Clark done and dusted. He's gone. And a rejig there for the Canadian coach's notes.
Yeah, Lee Middleton, a few notes for halftime talk. I'm sure tightening up the kickoffs will be on the page.
Bumping out of one and then angling back in field. Moonlight, such a powerful runner. John Moonlight. Penalty advantage coming too, so that'll help his team. Stutter, step from Jones, and this much better from Canada. And it was Underwood who made the break, and then he needed buddies. He had no one around.
Yeah, good initial break, but then was isolated. No one to clear out that ruck. Underwood, who has done very well in attack on this tournament, showing some real glimpses, but that is very costly at this stage against a quality side like Australia. Give the ball away 5 times. And Australia very much in control. One of the things that Gary and John talked about, the disappointing quarterfinal against New Zealand, it's almost like they got too caught up in the rivalry, that great Australia-New Zealand rivalry, and the team didn't stick to their pattern, stick to the things that worked for them.
Their tactics had our co-commentator Carl Tanana scratching his head also.
Almost like they were chasing the game.
From the very get-go. Not the case here now, though, as charging is Maloof. Maloof goes around and through. Good finish, top finish from the big man.
Good aggressive stuff, ball in 2 hands. He's showing his eyes are on the defender. Trainer stays at home, so he takes the gap. Nick Maloof, outstanding work.
So half-time in the plate semi-final between Australia and Canada. My word, what is that? Australia leads 17-0. It's ugly in more ways than one for Canada. That's what I looked like after a session on the blackjack table last night.
Did you?
Yep.
Didn't go so well.
Nope.
Nope.
Coming up, we have got a massive game here in the desert for you. There they are, the Fijians.
Ooh.
Wow, the Fans here are going to go ballistic in their support for Fiji. They'll take on the Blitzbokker, who are chasing their third straight title here at the Sam Boyd